So this is GP's Garage, and I wanted to make a quick video today. I've seen a lot of people posting some of the POV helmet cam videos, and I was really interested in doing that, but I couldn't quite find like a super simple guide, or maybe I'm an idiot. And I kind of made my own setup, so I wanted to make a quick video to showcase that. The first thing I'll talk about is the camera. I had tried a Insta Go 3S, which I think was one of the more popular cameras you'll see people using for this, and I don't know if I'm an idiot or I had a terrible experience, but mine would overheat constantly. It would never stay on. The aspect ratio would always shift. I had a really bad experience, so I ended up returning that. And then I saw this like Chinese Amazon clone for around $60 with SD card on Amazon, and figured for 60 bucks, what the heck? And I've been really impressed with this thing. I think it's called the i3 Thumb Action Camera, and the battery life has been good. The quality is definitely lesser than the Go 3. But for anything I've done with it, I've been super happy. Battery life is great. I have no issues with it overheating. I've tested it. I've recorded up to like an hour and a half continuous on 1080p with this with no problems whatsoever with battery life or overheating, which was awesome. So this I definitely have recommended to a lot of my buddies. We've started using these, and it's been an awesome camera. Then the next thing to kind of figure out was the actual mounting of this. And you'll kind of see this is like prototype version 1, where I wasn't really sure what I was doing, but I knew I needed to get the camera ready to go to Jennings. And really, as simple as it is, I just took a piece of corrugated cardboard, bent this, and then let me remove this guy. From there, I just taped the i3 onto the bend. And then at that point, I'd taken one of the helmets, and we've tested this with a fair few of my friends' helmets. And most of them will have a little slit here in between kind of your ear padding and the actual like foam liner of the helmet. And what we had just done is slid this through there. So then when this is on your head, you're putting pressure against this. And this held this in place beautifully, honestly. It sounds stupid, but cardboard and then just taping this to the cardboard worked perfectly. The Go 3, you need to charge via the back, I think magnetically. So that might be a little bit tougher. With this i3 action camera, it's got a charging port on the side, so you can leave it attached to whatever mounting mechanism you need and still use it. And this will be able to get that cool in the helmet POV shot. And kind of the nice thing there is, at least with STT up here, you can no longer use like an externally mounted GoPro on the chin, for example. But I think the helmet cam is still one of the best POVs to see like where you're looking on the track. And so this kind of solves that issue of it's inside the helmet. It's been fine with any organization I've ridden with so far. It doesn't really restrict any of your peripheral vision. That might be the first thing you think, but I've really not noticed at all when I'm using it. And then after I got back from Jennings, I decided to get rid of the cardboard, and I tried designing a more permanent mount. And so for this one, I just 3D designed this. This is a fairly basic mount. I tried to make it as beefy in places as I could to prevent it like snapping in case I crash or something like that. And I tried a couple different ways of mounting this repeatedly. I tried magnets. Magnets definitely could not resist like the side load shock impact like that. Um, this version I have right here is actually magnet and just a double-sided Velcro, and that's worked pretty well. I've crashed with mini bikes with this, had no issue with it flying off. Big bikes, I'm ideally trying not to crash those, but so I haven't tested that. I guess worst case, if you were worried about that, you could definitely just like run a rubber band or tape around here to be sure. But yeah, this little concept of like sliding this in between the helmet here has worked really well for me. And you can kind of see there, it's now tucked away. The way I designed it is it can have adjustable angles depending how you print it. So for some helmets, or depending on how you ride, even and where you look, you may be tilted down more where you want this angle brought up. For some people who ride looking further up, you may need it brought back. So that's something to consider when you're designing this. But yeah, for like $65 all in with a piece of cardboard, some tape, and this i3 action cam, with most of the helmets we've tried, it's pretty simple. Just go ahead and slide that in between this liner. Your head holds it in place, and then you'll have that awesome POV helmet cam shot for super cheap, especially compared to some of the Go 3 stuff. So, yeah, I just want to make a quick video showcasing that. I hadn't really seen much on YouTube, which is surprising because this is like stupid easy. So maybe I am an idiot. Everybody knows about this already. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for the helmet cam setup now.